Today we'll be going over my biggest mistakes, insecurities, and how I stay delusional anyway. All I have is a few bullet points. The rest is going to be off the rip. I'll just break it up into sections and we'll go from there. So starting off with some of my insecurities. Rewind about 5 months ago. It's winter break. I'm back home and I decided, I'm the man. I'm so cool. I post on social media. I'm going to get a buzz cut because I'm invincible. I'm unstoppable. And let me tell you, my friend buzzed my hair and I look in the mirror and it was the worst haircut I had ever seen. He trimmed this part off, pushed my hairline back. It was genuinely horrible looking. And at first it was funny, just a little bit of a joke, and more days go by, and the girls that I might have talked to before suddenly vanished, and me going out feeling confident, starting a conversation with someone, it went away. And you guys might think, oh, well, that's no excuse. You just lost your hair, who cares? It's not about the hair itself, it's about how you carry yourself. And if you aren't confident in the way you feel and look, it's going to show. And so, yeah, I really did have a hard time, and the only solution was waiting, and it eventually grew back, as you can see. But in the meantime, while it was growing back, I actually grinded and got a lot of stuff done, so I took advantage of that. Now, my next insecurity, you could say, was being fat. I'd always been kind of a chubby kid. I didn't really like how I looked ever, and I started lifting, but I still never really had abs. And everything I consume is just dudes with abs. That sounds really sus, but I mean it in the sense that all the people I'm friends with and interact with are studs. They're in really good shape. They carry themselves in a very high manner. And I decided, while my hair's growing back, I might as well get super diced, super shredded. And I did that. So I overcame that. Now, the big zinger that a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, the height. 5'10". You heard it here. And a lot of people will be like, oh, that's average. It's not bad. Some people might say, oh, you're a short king. I don't really care because I can't control it. There's dudes I know that are 5'5" or 5'8", and there's nothing they can do about it. And there's a dude I know who's 6'8". The matter of the fact is, if it's out of your control, you might as well maximize the other areas in your life and stop worrying about it. Trust me, if you're a guy watching this and you're like, oh, I'm short, no girl's ever going to want to have me, all the baddies are going to be with the tall dudes, that is complete horseshit. I'm telling you, if you can make a girl laugh and you're charming and a gentleman and are in good shape and have a lot going for you and you're passionate about something and have goals, I promise you the height is not going to be a factor. Going into some of my mistakes now, totally different sector. When I first started posting, I was always trying to be like the dude that kind of inspired me to start. I won't say his name, but I really tried almost copying his videos in a way, because I like all of his videos that I watched, I implemented into my own life and own mindset. So that's of course what I wanted to talk about. And it came off as very gimmicky and copying. And obviously the videos were ass, so they never got much attention or traction. However, it wasn't until I started being my full, complete, authentic self where people started to mess with me and it came off as much more natural. So if you're someone starting off that wants to start posting, maybe you see my videos or you see someone else's videos and you're like, oh, I really like that idea. I want to talk about this too. You just got to suck. You got to suck to start out. Copy that person, be trash at it, and that's how you're going to be able to truly become authentic. Now, the second mistake I'd say I made is waiting to start my business. I'd started posting on social media. It felt like I'd finally got the first Infinity Stone for Thanos' hand or whatever, or glove. And I was like, well, the second one is going to be starting a business, but I don't know how. I'm too scared. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's the point. Nobody knows what they're doing. And in order to figure that out, you just got to go and try and fail. So we have our own LLC now. We're doing great. Me and my co-founder, Colby. I doubt you're watching this, but love you, bro. Start sooner, do it sooner. You're not going to regret it. Never once have you or me or anybody else done something and said, oh, well, I wish I had waited to do this. No. Now, my third mistake, and this is a really big one for a lot of people, is I used to be such an asshole to quite literally everybody. I thought I was better than them. I was like, I'm the man. Who cares? I can be a dick to anybody. That is not what being a man or being cool or confident is about. Truly being a man or someone of confidence that someone would look up to is having the ability to be an asshole or to bully someone and choosing not to. That's what I truly aspire to be like every single day. And it wasn't until I hurt some people's feelings really badly that I realized this does nothing for me. And it also was coupled with the fact that I was getting a lot of hate comments, and I realized everybody that left a hate comment and that was an asshole, it was a reflection of themselves and how they felt about themselves in their head. Because if someone is truly happy and have stuff going for them, they're not going to go out of their way to try to bring someone else down. So that's when I realized, oh, well, if I'm an asshole to someone, whether it's online or in person, what does that say about myself? So I stopped being an asshole, and I'm glad I learned this mistake. There's a difference between mistakes and regrets. Regrets, I don't have any. Everything I've done has done. I learned from it. There's no going back. So stop viewing regrets or mistakes as the same thing. They're completely different. Now, how do I stay delusional amongst all of this fire, whether it's the buzz cut, being short, being fat, not having much emotion on social media, being an asshole, waiting to start? Those are all qualities that you probably would be like, damn, that dude, that's not good. No bueno. How do I do it? It's because I see the vision. It's as simple as that. Picture yourself in a desert, and you are lost. You have nowhere to go. You don't just look at your feet and start walking. You're going to look up and try and find the closest mountain to you and start walking towards it, and walk towards it with your head up. That's exactly what I have done. I have a goal of hitting 100,000 followers on Instagram and having a business that does 7 figures or more. And that's the end goal. People think, oh, Zane's just posting for attention, or he's weird, or, oh, he's just a random CSU student. No, dude. I'm really not. I just have an end goal in mind, and I'm willing to eat shit for a while in order to achieve it, because that's the cost of doing business. That's the cost of success. So if you're someone watching this that says, oh, I want to start posting, or I want to start my own business, or I want to make it in life and be successful, it's not about doing the perfect right thing. It's about taking imperfect action and not doing it. The action is more important than thinking and the precision. And I feel like school, whether it's high school or middle school, college, or whatever, they have this idea that they ingrain in students' heads that you have to do perfect on this test. Everything is precision, precision, precision. And I fully disagree. Obviously, if there's high stakes on the line, like someone's life in danger, obviously you have to be precise. But if it's something as simple as a post on social media, dude, there's zero precision needed for that. And you need to speak it into existence. I used to think, oh, well, people talk about manifestation. By the way, manifestation is not real. It works because it tricks your brain, but the actual idea of manifestation is complete bullshit. Just so you guys don't think I'm some woo-woo crazy whatever. The reason why it works, though, is because you're tricking your brain into being someone that you're not. And by being that person that you're not, you want to fill in the gaps. Picture you wake up and you're Michael Jordan and you're walking into a McDonald's and you're the general manager, and you know damn well, I'm Michael Jordan. I shouldn't be working at a McDonald's. I belong on the basketball court. Exactly the same thing. You need to tell yourself you're the Michael Jordan of whatever you're doing, except instead of Michael Jordan, it's your name. I am the Zane Abbott of CSU. I am the Zane Abbott of Colorado. I am the Zane Abbott of my life. I run the show, and I'm going to be successful no matter what. And everybody that tells me it tells me otherwise, just doesn't know enough yet. They don't know me well enough, and it's as simple as that. You just have to want it so incredibly bad that nothing anybody can say to you will stop you. That is simply the key. And how do you achieve that? By wanting change so bad that not changing hurts more than changing. That is as simple as I can break it down to you. If you were stuck in a fire, you're finding a way to get out no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're sick or have the flu or are laying on your deathbed, you are finding a way to get up and get out. And that is exactly how it works with this stuff. I'm just a regular 18-year-old dude. A year or two when I got into entrepreneurship and personal branding and documenting my journey, it was simply because I've watched someone on the internet do it and I got inspired. So that tells me that I can do it with you guys, and that from you hearing it from me, that proves that it can happen to you. You can go inspire someone and change someone's life, and ultimately that's why I do what I do, and that's why I post on social media and are trying to build out my life. Because ultimately, if I gave you $1 million and said, or $10 million and said, all right, you're done, you never have to work again, and you have the dream life you've always wanted, the car, the house, the friends, the family, the girlfriend, the kids, the dog, the cat, whatever it is, what would your next step be? Your next step would be, oh, well, I want to go help people. I want to bring them up and show them how I did it, even though I gave you the 10 million. But yeah, dude, I hope this helps someone out there. Hopefully it was a little bit coherent, and love you guys. Follow for more.